More news out of the South China Sea. We recently reported that Vietnam has moved missile launchers into the Spratly Island chain. Now Beijing, listen to this, they've installed supersonic missiles on the South China Sea's deadliest destroyer. According to Sputnik News, they are reporting this terrifying fact that the upgraded combat features on board of the flagship South China Sea fleet are apparently impressing Western defense analysts. They're stating that Beijing is now threatening to aggressively defend the disputed territories. We've been covering this for some time, and the rhetoric coming out of China is certainly escalating. They're stating here that China has completed a major weapons upgrade for their Shenzhen destroyer, which will return to operations with the People's Liberation Army Navy, or PLAN, fleet in the South China Sea as tensions continue to erupt in the region. Now, that is according to the IHS Jane's Defense Weekly, who reported that fact. They state that the missile system of the Shenzhen, that's Beijing's only high-class destroyer, was upgraded to a 32-cell vertical launch platform capable of firing medium-range HHQ-16 surface-to-air SAM missiles with a range of 19 nautical miles and a speed, listen to this, a speed 2,148 miles per hour. Okay? That's supersonic, my friends. Now, defense analysts say the system is comparable to the powerful Russian Golem-2 missile system. They also state that significant upgrades to what was already China's most lethal destroyer come as Beijing faces increasing pressure, they write, to relax its claims over the oil-rich South China Sea territories through which some 40% of the world's shipborne commerce travels every single day. So this is another escalation in the South China Sea. Again, a quick recap of what's going on in the region. The new Chinese triangle, the Spratly Island chain, militarized by China. Of course, the contested chain of islands was contested in The Hague by the Philippines. The Hague sided with the Philippines. The Chinese said, "Sorry, we're not going to listen to The Hague at all." Philippines, what do? They cut a deal with the United States, some months earlier, to go ahead and reestablish the military bases that were once abandoned by the United States. So you got military buildup of the United States and the Philippines right there on the edge of the South China Sea. On the Vietnam side, as we just reported, they are moving anti-missile systems into the region as well. Japan has already stated that they are going to be putting Chinese ships in the crosshair as well by putting anti-ships missile batteries on the island that they control. And then, of course, you've got the U.S. carrier strike groups that are constantly going through the region, violating the 12-mile zones, the destroyers that are going through there as well, the spy planes. Then, of course, you've got the Korean conflict as well, another massive military exercise. You've also got China. Here's something we've only reported a few stories on, that they're actually developing an underwater military base in the South China Sea. Okay, this is like right out of James Bond insanity. An underwater wall, some kind of great crazy wall system that they're developing. And then you've got the joint naval exercises with China and Russia at the same time, who said, hey, you know what? Australia would be a great target. Meanwhile, Vietnam says they're ready to go to war. They're ready to go ahead and shoot down and take out the militarized islands. So lots of tension in the region. This is the new hot zone that everybody needs to be paying attention to, and we're going to continue to bring the information as it becomes available. What are your thoughts? Comment below. You're not going to hear this on the mainstream press. They're not reporting this stuff. So go ahead and hit that share button. Push this out to your social networks. Your friends will appreciate it. We'll appreciate it. So comment below, and we'll see you at the next report. For the Next News Network, I'm Gary Franchi.
Badass shirt now available. Link in the description.